Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Mckayla, and today's video is going to be all about what I didn't expect being a mom of two. I just wanted to start off by saying, yes, I know my room's a mess. I apologize, but I didn't really want to clean it right now. I'm going to clean it after I film because it is getting darker outside, it's storming, the lighting is already crappy, so I just kind of wanted to film while I still had a little bit of daylight. So yeah, that's what's happening. So let's just get right into the video. So first I'm going to start off with the one thing I thought I wouldn't have a problem with, and that was making sure that each of the kids got the same amount of mommy time. I never thought I would have a problem making sure that they both had enough time with me, that they both got the same amount of time, that neither one felt left out. But I still am struggling with this, and my daughter is now 4 months old. It's so hard because my son is a toddler. He wants me all the time, but he can't have me all the time because I have to feed Grace, I have to get her to sleep, I have to make bottles, bath her, I have to do the same things that I do with Timmy, but she requires a little bit more help because she's still a newborn, so she literally can't do anything herself, whereas Timmy can feed himself and stuff like that. So she requires a little bit more of my help, and Timmy has a problem with that sometimes, and it makes it hard on him, and that, I never expected me to have a problem with that because Timmy has always been a mommy's boy, and I've always made sure I had enough time for him, and I always made sure he never felt left out, and I'm still trying to do that, but a lot of the time I fail because it's just Gracie needs me just as much as he does, maybe even a little bit more. The next thing that I didn't expect was how hard it would be to get back in the swing of things. After you have a baby, there's certain things you can't do for a certain amount of time, and I was so tired and my body hurt and my body was trying to go back to normal, and I didn't realize how hard it would be chasing around a toddler while also trying to take care of a newborn. And I was also breastfeeding for a few days whenever I came home from the hospital, and it was like she was breastfeeding all the time, and I just felt so useless for Timmy. I felt like I couldn't do anything for him. I felt like I didn't have enough time to do anything for him. So I felt like a really bad mom, and I wasn't. I was breastfeeding, and I was trying to make sure I was doing everything right, and it was just me taking care of them. And of course I had my grandparents help, but it was mostly just me, and I felt horrible for Timmy because he's such a mommy's boy, and all of a sudden this little girl comes into our lives and she's taking up half of his attention. So just getting back into the swing of things and making sure that I'm doing everything they both need was really hard, and I'm still struggling with getting into the swing of things. It's just, there's just a lot, and I wasn't prepared for it. The next thing I didn't expect was how hard it was going to be to leave the house. It's 10 times harder to leave the house now. And I remember how hard it was to leave the house with a newborn because you always have to make sure you have extra clothes, tons of diapers, wipes, etc. And I just forgot how hard that was, because now I have two, so I carry an extra outfit for Timmy still, diapers and wipes, and now I have Gracelynn who needs diapers, change of clothes, she can share the wipes, and then she also needs formula, bottle, and bottled water. So there's just so much more that I have to carry now, so much more that I have to make sure I don't forget. One time whenever Gracie was first born, I forgot formula whenever we had an appointment, and I felt so stupid and so bad. I was like, you have to eat. How did I not remember this? How did I not remember your formula? And there's just so much more you have to think about. And also there's two now, and once you take your toddler out of the car, most of the time they want to run around the car. At least that's what Timmy wants to do. So I have to make sure he's safe while I'm getting Gracie out. And then if I get Gracie out first, I have to set her on the pavement, and then I have to make sure she's safe, and it's just it's so much harder. The next thing is having another baby comes with new anxieties. Like the first time you have a baby, you're worried about everything. But whenever you have two, you're still worried about everything, but you have added on anxieties. Like I co-sleep with Timmy and my bed's not big enough to co-sleep with Gracie, so she sleeps in her crib. But I have like an anxiety about her sleeping alone. I don't know why. So I'm constantly worried about her sleeping. I'm up through the night checking on her because of SIDS and stuff like that. So that's an added anxiety, is making sure that they're both okay through the night. I have to make sure that they're both right by my side in public. Like just stuff like that. I'm also worried about Timmy accidentally hurting Gracie by like climbing up on her and trying to hug her. Like he doesn't understand yet how gentle he has to be with her. So it's just new anxieties on top of old anxieties. The next thing is you get no sleep. Luckily, Gracie sleeps mostly through the night. Whenever she first came home, she was waking up 3 times a night for about 2 weeks. But then, like, now she's been sleeping all night. She was sleeping all night until like 10 a.m. Now she sleeps all night until 6 a.m. and then she eats and then she goes back to sleep until about 8 or 9. So she's doing amazing with sleeping. But you still wake up and check on them. You still worry about them through the night. So you're still getting no sleep because, you know, I have 2. And that, since I co-sleep with my toddler, he kicks me in the face at night and stuff. So yeah, no sleep. The next thing I didn't expect is that Timmy would love Gracelynn and he wouldn't be jealous. Like, he's not very jealous of Gracie. He gets jealous of her sometimes, but not very often. And he loves her so much. Like, he wants to share everything with her. He wants to feed her. He wants to give her binky. He wants to make sure she has a blanket. Whenever she cries, he runs right to her. I never expected that. I expected him to be jealous and not want her around me or anybody else. I expected him to kind of just like act like she wasn't there, but he is so amazing with her and he always wants to hold her, and that's just something I never expected. I always expected him to be jealous because he was such a mommy's boy. The next thing that I didn't expect, but I also did expect, was how expensive it would be. I forgot like about bottles and how expensive those are, because you start off with the small bottles and then you buy the bigger bottles, so you go from a 4 ounce to a 9 ounce or maybe a 6 ounce, whatever. But I personally go from the 4 ounce to the 9 ounce bottles, and I forgot how expensive bottles are. Like, for 9 ounce 3-pack of the Avent bottles that I buy, it's like $20, maybe $25. I can't really remember the exact price, but it's either $20 or $25. And I'm like, that's just freaking crazy for 3 bottles that are only 9 ounces. I'm like, holy crap. So that's one thing I forgot, was how expensive bottles are. And also, like, I get the Walmart brand wipes and I get like a 460 pack for $8, so that's not bad. But diapers are so expensive, and I'm doubling up on diapers because my son isn't potty trained yet. It's just so expensive. Plus clothes, since they're not the same gender, I have to buy new clothes. It's just, oh my gosh. Like, I knew it'd be expensive, but I forgot how expensive, you know? The next thing, which I expected but didn't really expect to this extent, was you have no time for yourself. 0. Luckily, my grandparents are super supportive, so I get like time to myself every now and then. But if I didn't have them, I would have 0 time for myself, and it gets really stressful sometimes. Like, not gonna lie, sometimes I just get really overwhelmed and it's not good. Like, no time. 0. Like, whenever you have one baby, whenever they're napping, you get you time, but it's really hard to get the kids on the same schedule, which I'm gonna get into. So getting into that whole, you can't get them on the same schedule very easily. That's my next, what I didn't expect. I thought with a newborn, if I started out with her and got her on the same schedule as Timmy, it wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, they were not on the same schedule. They were on completely different schedules. Luckily now, somehow, I don't know how, but somehow they're on the same schedule and they nap at the same time, and I'm just thank goodness for that, because I do get a little bit of me time, but it is really hard to get them on the same schedule, like intentionally. Then the last thing is everything starts over. Of course I like knew this, but I didn't expect like how hard it would be. Like literally everything goes back to square one, but with a new baby. So you're learning a new baby, you're doing 3 hours, every 3 hours you're feeding them, maybe more if you're breastfeeding. You're buying formula again, you're going back all the way back to buying newborn diapers, and you're gonna be on diapers for a really long time again, and just money and everything just back to square one. That is all the points I had for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this maybe didn't make you feel alone, because I'll tell you what, I felt alone for a while. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Nobody else is doing this. Nobody knows how I feel. But maybe now somebody knows that I'm feeling the same way as you. You're not alone. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in my next video.